Peace, family. This is High Priestess Sister Arcola Soljay, and you are watching Calligraphy TV. Now, I don't know, I don't want to call this Soul Activation Hour, but it is Soul Activation Hour, just not the regular show that I've started. It's still in its beginning stages, but this is actually a makeup day for Metaphysical Monday, if you want to call it that even. I just felt like it's been about 12 days, maybe 12 or 13 days since I did my last live. How's everybody doing out there, first of all? This is a late night live, so most people will probably see it on replay if you're on the East Coast or even in the South. Shout out to my East Coast viewers. Shout out to the South. Shout out to California and my West Coast viewers and viewers that are global that I see tapping in here and there. I'm still in my rebirth days, but I just want to give thanks for this time. I want to give thanks for life and just for an opportunity to come and speak to you guys tonight. Um, I had messages that I should have went over, but I've been on vacation, been traveling a little bit. I'm still working. I call it vacation because I am away from where I normally record and where the new Souljet community and the new Souljet brand, where I do my regular work and stuff like that. So forgive me, but I needed this time. I needed this time. I've been dealing with many changes. And like we all have been. So I just wanted to come tonight and give a little inspiration and a little insight on some of the things that I've been picking up intuitively, and also things that's just happened, and occurrences that's been taking place in our world and just in my life and the lives of other people. You know, we did have a great time. I'm with my family, and I kept hearing, because I've been a little isolated from some of my family and close friends, and for many different reasons. Many of us are, we've moved and just different things have happened. Um, some of us have grown apart or grown into, uh, different journeys in our lives. So it is what it is. But, we do still, there's still this healing and this need for the family dynamic and for forgiveness. We may not be able to come together like we once did, but you want to still have forgiveness so that we can all move forward. The family can move forward. You can move forward, and those that you can create memories with still, do that. I've done a lot of things that's a little bit out of my um I don't want to say integrity because I don't want to make it seem like I'm insulting other people, but a lot of things that I've been a good sport when it comes to holidays and just maybe even environments that I generally wouldn't partake in, just being isolated. But I've kept hearing family is medicine. So I'm learning that. I'm feeling that. I'm experiencing the medicine in family. I've always been a family person, but like I said, things change. So I don't want to go in too much in depth with that because I will do a live just speaking about my experiences since I've been here. Um, I should have been went live, but there was a few things that happened. First off, I'm kind of moving on a different clock and time zone. And secondly, we did, after we had this great holiday party, which I did post videos and on Denim Design. Shout out to Denim Design and anybody that's tapped in on that platform. I can see your comments. If you want to interact with the live, do come into Calligraphy TV here on YouTube, and you can interact with me and the community, New Soul Jet community, aka Conscious Outcast Gang. But some serious things took place. We were at a holiday party for my friend Kelly, family friend, god sister, cousin, however you want to put it. But we grew up together, and she did have a Christmas themed ugly sweater party, which that was my first time attending an ugly sweater party, but I'm always game for a good party, especially a holiday family party, even though I don't partake in the traditional sense of the holidays. I do celebrate my family and friends. So for those of you who did get a chance to watch the videos, that it was a blast. I mean, it was a blast. We had a real good time. It was karaoke and good food and, just all of these things that make us, we had games and, just community building, family building, just family time. And all of that was really great. A lot of nostalgia, um, going down memory lane, just all of that. And I've been living, like I said, working in my spiritual, um, where I would do all my work at home in the South, and I've been pretty isolated. So it just felt good to be able to, embrace the love and laughter and just all of these things that, we do. And so, like I said, there's a lot of people who have hardened their hearts towards family because, we have different ideologies or ways of thinking and feeling and seeing the world, our experiences. But, we must not, we must remember, even Islam teaches that, you know, we shouldn't allow things such as holidays or just beliefs or to just give us to build that rift. This is not verbatim. I'm just speaking to what I've gotten from it. We should still find, take those opportunities to celebrate family, and family is medicine. And like I said, I'll go deeper into that. I'm only going into that because we went home and we stayed out pretty late, and I was up chatting with a friend on Facebook, just on I'm about to go to bed type stuff. But no longer than I laid down, we got a bad call that a really good friend of mine, another friend, she lost her husband. It was just real sudden, you know, um, real sudden, not like, oh, this person is sick or this person got shot. It was nothing like that. It was like this person is deceased. And we like, what? So that was a very hard situation for us, and it's been very heavy. And this happened last Saturday, so we're still dealing with that as a family. And we went and supported obviously our friends, and we'll be going back, and we've checked in during the week too, but just giving them their space and time. So I just want to, even if they're listening, some of the family members, just want to just send strength and power and love to the Bay Labrada family. That's a very hard loss. Yai is a Afro-Cuban Cuban, and then he's a drummer in Oakland. Well known, well loved, and he will be missed. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into my bill. But yeah, that's kind of some of the things that we've been dealing with. And I know a lot of people. I've read a lot of posts. Death has been walking heavy. And I wrote a post about death walking heavy and us choosing our battles even. And I've seen, rifts within, families and, mothers and children and lovers and just different things that, we're going through here on this planet. And it's only going to get deeper. So I'd had to come on with a message for the star seeds, the soul jets, the empaths, and to all the people who may be tapped in and listening, because we're all experiencing things and experiencing them at different levels of awareness. And some things we are all in the same boat on, right? So the name of this build is As the Cloak Drops and Reality Splits. Okay, so let me see if there's something else I wanted to look at. This is going to be, not too lengthy, but yeah, I do need to get through the information. So you guys just sit back and relax, and we're going to get into our regular programming once I get back to my main space. So I am making some changes as usual, constantly changing. That's what we do. Change is the only thing we can count on planet Earth. And I am going to be offering tarot classes in the start of the year. I will be, letting you guys know more about that. Anybody interested in from beginner to, the adept to advanced, advanced classes, um, whatever level you may be on. And I'm also going to be offering some other classes too, energy work, candles, and then more advanced classes for people who is into the esoteric knowledge. A lot of things I won't be sharing as I have before. I've seen that a lot of people they're not ready for certain things. It's not just something that's not in their path. And so for those that are really interested in people who are really serious, this will require deeper commitment. And so it'll be later after winter season pass that I will be offering um, deeper classes on esoteric knowledge, or esoteric information, and just what I offer. I can't say I offer or know everything, but I know what I need to know and what some of you guys may really be interested in. Now, anyway, I'm available for services that I offer, which is dream analysis, tarot, and alternative spiritual counseling. And I say alternative spirituality or alternative spiritual counseling because you may need a little bit, want to go outside of the realms of just, maybe even if it's religion, but you're, in search of, or there's just things that you don't feel you can discuss with, the traditional counseling, then, I offer an alternative service. So I will be tapping in more into the services and stuff like that, you guys. And I'm sorry, it's like I don't have any background music or anything like that. It's just me, just my voice. So for those of you who may have never tapped in and you're just tapping in now, I am High Priestess Sister Arcola Soljettin once again, and you are watching Calligraphy TV. And you may be watching this on YouTube, Art Denim Design. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get into some of the information that just things I've been picking up. You guys have heart because you are going to see a lot of difficult challenges and changes, things that we've been talking about for years. Um, when I say we, I'm speaking to the conscious collective, um, and people who do work like myself, and just, people in general. Um, so this is called, again, as the cloak drops and reality shifts. We are operating on two different realities right now. For some people, more than that. But as the cloak drops, we get to see what's behind the velvet rope. And for some people, for the first time, you know, we're getting front row seats to what's been cloaked for so long. Empaths, soul jets, healers, and those with deep insights. We have saw and felt things that others around us have been blind to. Many times they called us crazy, especially when all of this information first started coming out. Things that's going on in the media, things going on in our government. I'm speaking now mostly to, the social things we've been seeing on TV, the social interactions with, deeper agendas or whatever. But um just all of the expressions and its ways, the moral bar has dropped so low, and we see in more of the shadow energies, and like I said, people are operating unapologetically and shameless in this shadow. I spoke about it before in our duality series, but no matter how you feel about it, it's we've been talking about this for many years, many years, and people, even master teachers above me, spoke on a lot of things that would come to pass, and we have seen it come to pass. And no matter at that time, no, nobody wanted to hear it, no matter what proof or information was presented, read, or researched. People that were enlightened ones, we were attacked by our friends, family, and coworkers. They called us negative, crazy, conspiracy theorists, judgmental. These people came in all types of varieties. There's people who really fear these things and they just don't deal with it at all. So they don't want to know about it. So they may dismiss it or write it off. And then we have people that know, well, back to the ones that know but that don't want to know. They just choose not to take the red or the blue pill, and I respect that. Then there's others that know, but they choose to mislead the masses and keep people asleep because of it serves their agenda. Excuse me. And then there's others who, you know, we try and, like I said, dispel some of these myths and untruths and things that we see that are putting our people to sleep. But there's some people that are so caught up in the spell, whether it's the holy spell or the American nightmare that they call the dream, and those that have accepted it. You know, like I said, they accepted the world illusions as real, and there's a lot of these people have been lost. You know, and some of them are brilliant star seeds with all kind of potentials, but the illusion is thick. So for the first time, you know, a lot of these people will be like the Titanic sinking. You know, they'll be not even understanding the orchestra is playing. And we're seeing it now. The boat is going down and people are going down with the ship, are waking up, you know, trying to get off the ship. And to a degree, many of us, we're all on the same, we're all in the same boat, you know. But, you know, right now, this is a time where a lot is being exposed, where the masses, people who were asleep, people who are asleep, people that are waking up now, people that were already awakened, are getting to get a front row seat to what we already seen and said. You know, a lot of people are confused about this velvet rope. You know, when I speak to the velvet rope, I'm speaking to the curtain. You know, and what happens when the curtain comes down, when you finally wake up from these spells that have had us, you know, caught up. And you know, it's not the best feeling. It's a very uncomfortable feeling because we don't know. Well, you know, I'm speaking to the proverbial we. You know what's expected. You know, where's the world going? But one thing I can tell you is that old world that we lived in is passing away. It has passed away. So when I talk about as the cloak drops and the reality split, you know, because reality is splitting now. Some people are stuck on a certain station, which we'll get into, but you know, we're seeing all of these different spells play out, whether it's the gospel or the Holly spell, which is the Hollywood spell, or whatever spell, you know. But it's a lot of people who treated these energies and these systems as if they were God. And now they're gonna see that it's nothing but the Wizard of Oz. You know, the Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain. Like they gas you up. You know, it's a trip with the Wizard of Oz because that's exactly what it's like. I mean, from the induction of the journey, Dorothy, she already had the innate ability to get herself home, but unconsciously not knowing, just walking on a path with other, you know, people who also had a potential to do and access whatever they needed, but just was unaware of it. So they're, you know, walking in circles, going through, I mean, they literally fought the battle before even getting to this place called Oz to meet a whiz that's supposed to be able to solve all of the problems, right? You know what I mean? And the whole time she had the way to find out that when they finally make it to this Emerald City where this Oz lives, he's a fraud, you know? And that's what a lot of people are experiencing, trying to get to this place. You know, you put all your hope into whether it's a Hollywood career or wanting to play sports or just whatever it is. And I'm not saying you can't go for that. You can't be on those paths, but definitely going with your eyes wide open as the world turns, because there's a lot of men behind the curtain or women behind the curtain that appear to be godlike or righteous, but you know they're only frauds. And honestly, the people who really are gifted, you know, it's a lot of people that just can pass through, and you know some of them are blessed, and you know, but others, you know, they're passing through, you know, on all goes, and things look like they're really successful for these people, but you know, those that really have an ability to make change on a collective level and in a massive way, um, we have the most obstacles of getting to this so-called Emerald City, because nobody really wants, as Erica Badu say, that nobody really wants a savior. They just want people that look like one. So in that, genuine people that are here to bring something to the planet and bring a light and an elevation to the planet, they have the hardest times. They have the most difficulties because there's so many, flying monkeys in place. So many people who are so willing to work under the cloak. And when your light is shining to you, star seeds and soul jets on this planet, it's hard to hide light. But that's why it takes so many dark agents to try and cloak that light until it can no longer be contained. So I'm just, I wanted to do this live to just say have heart and don't allow people to rain on your parade. They're gonna do it. They're gonna try it, but you got to learn to dance in the rain. That's how I had to move, and that's how I'm moving all 2025 and the rest of 2024 on out the door. I'm not letting nobody just rain on my parade. And if you're gonna rain on my parade, then I'm gonna learn to rain dance. I've learned to rain dance, and that's what you gotta do. You gotta learn to deal with whatever circumstances come at you, because some of these things now that's about to be presented in the world is something new, something that is not new, but it's new to this generation. It's new to the people that are still here. The old generation, the generation in the middle, the new generation, all of us are experiencing a new energy. And a lot of this new energy is brought in by a new generation of people coming in. They're ushering a lot of these changes, and we all play a part in it. We all play a part, whether we were operators of what was going on underneath the cloak, or we were victims, or just products of our environment, however you want to look at it. But as the cloak falls and reality shifts, what station will you be tuned into? Because everybody's not on the same station. Okay, so we're about to meet in this season the man behind the curtain. We're about to meet the man behind the curtain. Yeah, they will tell you don't pay attention to this man behind the curtain. And whatever that man behind the curtain is for you, that truth that's cloaked, the things that make you go, make your mouth drop open, things that make you clench your pearls, things that you already knew. Some of y'all already know this stuff is going on, but will still clench your pearls at it being exposed, because some of this stuff has been going on for so long that a lot of us just thought it would never end. We got used to smelling the sewer, but now the swamp is being drained, like y'all president speaks to. Anyway, but it's like time now to deal with this elephant. And the elephant is coming with the whole damn zoo. It's not just an elephant. Everybody want to blame one person or two people or one thing or that, but it's a whole lot of characters that are playing in this game. And when this zoo shows up and light exposes the madness, it's going to be so bright that some people will literally go blind, dumb, and crazy. It's crazy because there are people that's just like I told y'all a few years ago, that's just checking out. Everybody would not make this shift. Everybody would not make this shift. Do you hear me? Choose your battles. I mean, speak to the spirit, whatever it is you believe, spiritually, religiously. It's time to activate that stuff and turn it on. And some people won't make this shift, not because they're just bad people. For some, it's too much to bear. It's too much to bear to integrate the shadow with the light. Some people have things that they cover that's so dark, um, so heavy, so painful, so traumatic, that the integration of light will literally take them out. So you must be careful, be easy with yourselves. But be humble enough to be able to accept the things that we see within ourselves in the light. It's time to do that shadow work. Now, like I said, this is a time like no other on planet Earth. The energy by its impacts can be felt. We feeling it on our insides, in our entire being. People are experiencing high levels, especially like I said, empaths experiencing high levels of anxiety. We're experiencing rage. Some people are really experiencing rage and anger and just a lot of things, mostly for not having money or the basic needs met, survival. We got a lot of things going on. And not just for people that's in the hood or in housing projects, but for people who live a high lifestyle too and are accustomed to living a certain lifestyle and money ain't flowing how it used to flow. Or certain things are under threat or under attack. So many people are experimenting rapid changes. And many of us empaths and oracles have experienced pain in our bodies, headaches, sadness. As a matter of fact, when something is about to happen, and this is why it took me a while to go live too, because as I'm writing these notes, I've been writing out notes since December the 3rd. And when I finally went live, I ended up doing something totally off script. Sipping on this really good tea, you guys. Mango and ginger with topped with orange and honey. Peppermint is really good. But anyway, I kept on feeling, and a lot of things have happened. I can't even begin to tell you guys the dreams that I've had and things that's come through messages. So I have a lot of information to share. These lives are going to be really, we're going to be getting real deep, especially once I'm back on and you guys can literally see me on camera and I'm able to use the singing bowls and I'm able to do movement and just really interact with you guys again. Um, but I thank you for bearing with me, and I thank you for everyone who has supported, who tapped into the videos on my journey here. From Vegas, from Texas to Vegas to Cali, just all of the stuff that I've been. I really needed that. I really needed that. I haven't been any on vacations, I think, since June. I went on a little trip in June too. But whatever the case, you guys, have heart, because these powers that were and some of these people that are against you look like you. Some of them will be family, some of them is just culturally looking like you, people that you may have thought was on your same level. And I'm speaking country grammar tonight. Y'all know how I do it. I mix up my so-called California properness with a little Texas country grammar. So long as y'all understand what I'm saying, that's all that matters. Okay? So this war is on, the battle is on, and there's so many systems that have been put in place that people are wanting to fight to keep in place, like I said, because it serves their agenda. It serves what they're comfortable with. There's a lot of fear that's being pushed out. And for you conscious people, real soul jets, real conscious outcast gang, real star seeds and empaths, and even the ones that call themselves the chosen ones, which is not a term that I use, but I understand. Because we're all chosen to play our role. But for you ones that have studied, that have gotten innate messages and uploads and downloads and, had experiences, don't allow these powers that were and powers that be that's still trying to hold on to undo everything that we've put so much time and energy into, so much effort into. We've done this and stood on this for years. So don't allow people to come in with all of their fear tactics and, you know, the devil gonna get you and all these other things. Because many people that speak of this devil, they have more diabolical traits than those that they're trying to cast this energy up on. I mean, we all have shadow energy. We all have light. Some people choose to operate more in the darker side of themselves. But I want to just say to people who feel shunned, people who has faced the rejection, I know I have at every junction. I've also been embraced, but then some people, they embrace you at first, looking at you like some type of a novelty. And then they begin to, as you reflect their shadow to them, they become a enemy. They become something that want to tear you down and tear you apart and indoctrinate you and control your mind and stuff. And I know it's going to be people that it's not going to be able to handle this truth. But we are on all cylinders this year, 2025. My foot is straight on the gas. Okay, we moving in a different way. We moving in a courageous way. And, people will find out what they need to find out in time, and those that fight to keep the lie in place, excuse me, they're gonna see that, there's an unstoppable force that like I said, the reality is splitting. We can't go back to sleep once we're woke. The light is on now and there's no off switch. So um so where was I? Yeah, so a lot of these things that are taking place, like in the oracle's bodies, the pain, the headaches, the sadness, it's these shifts that we're dealing with. Be easy with yourselves. You know, um, it's time to, for those that have been ignoring the nature of the spirit, the nature of God, the nature of how the world and how the seasons and just how things are moving, you know, you in for, a different shift. That's all I can say, because everybody's not going to move. Some people are going to stay in that path of the caterpillar that's dying. Everybody's not going to move with the shift or even know how to find that energy, because we're operating on different states of awareness, same earth, but different realities. Okay, some people call it the 3D to 5D shift, which, yeah, but there's still so much work in that. So I don't just look at it as like just this cosmic jump and leap. Um, the earth itself is going through the shift. So yeah, in that sense, and I'm gonna talk more about that pull, because that's where a lot of the uncomfortability, confusion, and different things like that can take place, because it's not just us humans that are going through shifts and evolving. The earth itself is going through its own shift, and there is a split. There is a dual reality existing simultaneously. And if you want to experience those good things, like when I said, I choose to experience the good things in life, you have to be willing to let go of the old things, the things that no longer serve us. Or it's like the Bible story, as this Sodom and Gomorrah is under judgment, not by humans, but by the powers that are higher, by the consciousness, by karma, by the laws that govern the universe, by the watchers. As that judgment is coming, the old world will be burning away. Why? While the new earth is already being formed, it's in what state of reality you exist in, and where you can allow your mind and frequency, how high can it vibrate? What wavelength are you on? Because, like I said, as people are still holding on to this old way of doing things, they're going to become pillars of salt. They turn it into salt. And even those that know, because it's a scary thing to go into the unknown. And that's what radical trust is, very important. And we really have to grab hold to that. Radical trust, meaning you just know you getting into the center of yourself and understanding that this power that governs us, there's a force within this matrix that's not all negative. It's a mothering principle. It's the center. It's the balance of the fathering principle. And we'll talk more about that. But even if you don't believe in that aspect of it, that soul inside of you is your navigation system. And you're going to have to tap into that in order to be able to pick up the frequency, that you're being guided to be able to understand this cosmic thickness, this water, this cosmic flow, this energy we're in. When the slaves talk about weight in the water, we're in this space again where These energies could be so thick, so heavy, and just so overwhelming that it's nothing you can do but wade through it, but navigate through it, but have radical trust for God, for the spirit to continue to follow um, the ebb and flow of life. And that's what I mean by family is medicine, and walking in that forgiveness and just not making a fight, choosing your battles, and looking at what good can come out of the bad and what bad comes from the good, because that's they, they walk hand in hand. And what I mean by that is even things that's presented as all good, it still have the essence of bad in it. And even certain things we don't want to celebrate, or certain people that may have different ideologies, you got to learn to take the good right now out of a bad situation too. And what can you do with that information or with that experience to help you with your elevation? Now, obviously, it's going to be things that we do have to stand and fight against. But right now, as we are shifting into this new energy, take the path of least resistance, take the path to peace in this period, because we're going to need to restore and reserve our energy for all of the days to come. So, you empaths, you star seeds, you healers, and those of you who may just be on a path of learning, of wanting and to activate these levels of consciousness within yourself, be easy, because there's a lot of short fuses going on right now. People who are having a lot of issues with integrating the shadow, with understanding, with still trying to operate in a system that no longer serves them, serves us, but they refuse to let it go, refuse to step into this new energy. So they're facing frustration, anger, things that could be really deadly. People are, yeah, just in a state of confusion. And obviously, we've been taught certain things and operating on a certain way of life, and you telling the masses, or the collective, that this is no longer it. It worked in that period, but it really wasn't even working in. Like I said, it was functionable. It was functioning. It worked for some people, and for others, it crushed and oppressed. And notice I'm speaking to this thing, this nothing, if you want to call it the nothing, like on a never ending story, but this force that has been destroying things, that hidden hand, that unseen hand, the whiz, the word wizards, but the whiz. I'm not speaking to a certain thing, because it's a virus that has affected every fiber, every fabric and fiber of our society, from religion to our families to culture to entertainment to government politics. So I'm not going to hone in on a certain area or just certain people and beat this. No, we have come to a space of sickness where, with all of the anger and rage, we clearly see what's effective and what's not. So why even waste your energy on things that's not going to move or change anything? I have no issue even with my brothers and sisters who have taken, are still on this revolutionary path. Evolution is revolution. Change the way you think and the way you process this world, the way you interact with this world, and you're going to see that revolution or evolution that you need to see. But back to the what I wanted to say about revolution, there's many things that need to be revolutionized, but choose your battles and make sure it's not a battle that's just going to put us and our people in danger, where it's not effective. If you're going to die for something that actually creates change, not just a news ad. And I'm going to let you, sit with that. It actually creates change in a way that we can see it reflecting in our world, not just being another statistic on the news ad, on the newspaper, or in prison cells where nobody even remembers who you are or the stance that you took. And that's really sad, you know. So, like I said, whatever path you decide to take in this war, in this transition, make sure it serves the part you're here to play, make sure it serves the part you're here to play in this life. Choose well, because we can't choose for anybody. We all have to choose our path in the way we play this thing out. And that's why my message is namely for those that vibrate with the soul jet message. Whether you are spiritual, religious and searching, revolutionary with an open mind, um, whatever it is you represent, conscious outcast, gang, gang. Now, some will awaken in these days and will atone to the earth frequency, to the cosmos, to nature, and will uplift Mama Earth, wanting and begging for forgiveness and playing in her face, because many people played in her face as if the earth had no value or purpose. And to the Father, the true divine Father, he will honor the wishes of the mother, because earth has played a hell of a part and role. And despite of what things we go through on the planet and how we see gender, male and female, the natural order understands the role of the mother and father principle. And this is one sacred union operating in ma'at and in balance. And it's only fools on this planet who is out of order, not the Godhead. So keep that in mind, not the Godhead. Now, I wanted to look at the inner journey because that's where a lot of this fear and things that could be alleviated, the fear, confusion, is focusing on that inner journey as within, so without. Okay, so I wanted to look at a card that I pulled, and it's actually called Inner Journey. So along with these messages that I had, or these things I'm going over, I have a message for you guys, for those who this may resonate with. And like I said, this is for the awakened mind, for those who have their soul jet activated, for those who are doing the work, the shadow work, reaching for the light, reaching for understanding, and ready for change on our planet. So, and I give thanks again for your patience and time, and those who are tapping in right now and those who will tap in. So I picked a card, and we're dealing with this inner journey energy. So I'm gonna see if I want to speak on the card first or just kind of go into. Well, I'm gonna start here. The inner journey is our salvation. It's our only salvation. It's our main salvation, because when things, for those of you who are on the station that I'm speaking to, because there is a split in our reality. So for those who choose to stay in that 3D thick, dense energy of what we know, even with confusion around, and you still hold on to it in fear, this isn't your message. Okay, this is a message for those who are ready to step into radical trust for the process, who already see these weird changes. And I say weird because it's different from what we've ever experienced. For some people, it actually feels like we're in theta energy. That's how I feel walking around in this mystical, spiritual energy that sometimes you feel like, dang, what's happening? Is it death? It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a shift, and you can feel your body going through this shift on all levels. So I'll say that this inner journey is our salvation. To the ones who still seek righteousness or rightness, those who understand the integration of their light and shadow must continue to practice good religion, if you want to call it that, for those who are in religion, or putting ourselves in order. So I'm speaking to discipline when I say good religion, or putting ourselves in order. However that may apply to you, whether you do it through prayer or what we call divine intentions, same thing as what you refer to as prayer, speaking to God, meditation, listening to God, diet, begin recognizing what's causing us pain and suffering, working on those pains that's on our inside. A lot of people are facing pain inside their body that we've had for many, many years, unhealed trauma, um, physical pains that could have happened from abuse or abusing ourselves, and just choices we've made that has caused us pain that's long term that you may have never thought you would be able to deal with, especially that of our emotions and our mind, the mental pain. But it's time to get to the root of the cause and suffering of those pains inside of our mind, inside of our body that we've pushed down deep inside of us. Still hurts. Those pains become physical realities. So we must strive to work on our inner healing and begin to acknowledge our pain and our trauma and work on recognizing the trauma zone and are the chakra energy centers throughout the body. Okay. That is not some of these energies. I'm gonna get back into that, but some people have blocked chakras and some people literally have shattered chakras, you know. And these people that work against, that don't have this energy, you know, or this awareness of spiritual enlightenment, and to be able to recognize the shadow and balance and integrate the light, they literally shatter your chakras. They do things to shatter you, to shatter your mind, shatter your spirit, shatter your efforts. Remember, this is a war, and the war is not of flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high and low places. And yes, I'm quoting the Bible because we need to get to a space where we're using the information despite of where it's coming from, instead of always arguing about the politics and all of these other things that separate us. What can you take from your Quran? What can you take from your Bible? What can you take from your philosophy, from E5, from Bodun, from Buddhism, from whatever it is you believe that can make this world a better place? What can you apply from the medicine wheel in our Native American, our Aboriginal spiritualities? What can you apply from consciousness, from the laws of Ma'at, from the laws of the universe that can actually help the planet move forward? That's what I want to hear. Not a, if you don't believe in this and this, why you quote this? Look, whatever it is you want to believe, make it be real. Let it be real and let it be something that edifies and glorifies creation, because that's what we need right now. The greatest commandment, love, right? And we need a lot more of that on the planet. And I know that's foreign to a lot of people, carrying hate and rage, but these messages are for somebody. And in order to even do this shift that everybody talk about, oh, I'm in 5D, you have to be able to let love rule. You have to be able to lighten your energy, or you won't get no higher than this fourth dimension, playing fourth dimensional games with third dimensional beings, you know? But anyway, so on that message that I pull, for some of you, that who this message is for, it says you're being called, you could be coming out of a dark night of the soul, somebody that has went through heartache, somebody that has went through a breakup, who've experienced a death of some sort. Somebody could have just passed away, or you yourself took a form of a death that could have took you by storm, something unexpected. This will be a battle. This could be a battle. I picked up a battle within church, within family, battles within religions or Christian-centered families. And this is literally people that are Christians against Christians too, are just having different uh ways of seeing things. This is people that are could be more like, you know, you're in a religion, whatever that is. I'm picking up Christianity particularly, and you're growing in your religion. And there's others that, you know, like I said, that like to keep people in ignorance and under the cloak. They play under the cloak even in our faiths, even in our faiths. And they want to keep you from growing, because the more you grow in your religion is the more conscious you shall become. And some of you, that's actually what helps you get out of that rigid religious aspect without looking at the spiritual application and seeing if this even works or applies, or if it's true to you, to your soul. Okay. So for some of you, there's going to be challenges in that area. Okay. Um, I pick up an inner journey that could be about identity or how you identify. And again, that's spiritually, religiously in this world. People are re-identifying themselves, or letting people know who they are, what your identity is. Because some of you feel like you've had to be hidden in the way you believe or however that applies to you and maybe your philosophies and thoughts now, but who you are becoming or whatever catalyst of change that has led you to this point is leading to an inner journey or soul journey on a new path or a new beginning that you must initiate, and you have to do this journey by yourself. You may find yourself alone at certain points on this journey. This is what I've dealt with. But this will lead to new discoveries, and you will be actually finding workable solutions for you. And you may end up back in these certain, revisiting certain tribes or energies. That's what I'm doing now. I'm revisiting a lot of things that um may have at one time been, a source of pain or challenges, places, people, situations. But I was told to just go with the flow, wade in the cosmic waters, and know that family and friends, real family and friends, is truly medicine. So I want to give love and a shout out to my mom, my family, and friends that I've got to experience here since I've been traveling. And this has been very good and very pleasing to my soul. And when I return back to my healing space, I'm returning with renewed energy. And yeah, stepping into a new year. I already have my lineup and people that will be coming on as guests for Metaphysical Monday again. And yeah, we're going to keep elevating. Now, so for some of you guys, the same thing. Um, this inner journey is leading to new communities. Some of you will be forming or joining in with, and you're definitely welcome to tap in with the new Soul Jack community as we are growing too, slowly but surely, enriching present ones. You may be there to enrich in present communities you're already in, to enrich in friendships. This is about teamwork and collaborations for some of you. So everybody's not going to be just on this path alone all the time. You start alone because you're going on a different journey than the tribe that you may have been connected to. So this inner journey, though, is leading to new beginnings, new communications, new friendships, new teams, new family. Um, For some of you, a community betrayal and a pain of loss of those that you thought were your tribe, whether by blood or commonality. These were false karmic communities, and they had to be removed because they were implanting their own thoughts, ideas, and holding you back. Trying to infiltrate what you're building, trying to destroy it or put their hand on it. And for some, it's because everybody want to, a lot of people want to be a part. Everybody want to be a part of something good, but then there's those ones that are put here to be flying monkeys and sabotagers. They're here to sabotage. So they coming in just to be able to control your destiny. Women, sacred women, be mindful of that. People coming in, men coming in to control your destiny. Sacred men, be mindful of witchy women. And when I say witchy women, I'm not speaking to spiritualists or people who has chosen a spiritual path. I'm speaking to excessively controlling, manipulative, and women who lack understanding and the keys to spirituality, wicked hearts, and the same for men who have their own agenda that's trying to stop the power and the integration of the feminine and masculine energies into that unification that we need to move forward. This is going to be powerful. Some of you guys will be meeting spiritual men, women. Women, you will be meeting spiritual men. I have to rephrase that. Um, that are on the same page you are on. But there's so many men who fear um, the power or empowerment of the woman, because that's what it really is. We're all powerful in our own right, but it's the empowerment that the innate woman's power, which is unseen but can be felt and experienced, they fear that. So, some things I won't be sharing anymore in an open forum. This is where the deeper classes are coming from. I do have classes that's designed just for the female, the priestess, and I have other classes that I'll be offering that are esoteric information for people who are wanting to just grow, period, male and female, in their spirituality and working with energy and learning tools, cleansing. There's different things that could help you on your path. Okay. Now, if anybody is interested and you are on denim design and you're interested in more of what I'm doing, first of all, make sure you subscribe. I'm sorry, you guys, with my voice. It's been a minute, and I'm still, you know, getting used to speaking out again. I'm on my T right now again, so forgive me. But yeah, make sure you join Calligraphy TV to follow what the community is doing and what we have going on. Like I said, we've been doing a lot of rebuilding, and but 2025, yeah, you're gonna see a lot more. Um, the real ones will be coming together in 2025. Another message from that inner journey message. And for those of you who are serious and are interested in getting the class scheduled, because you do have to request it, I'm not just putting it out there. Interested in my services, anything like that, I'm working on my flyers and things now. But go ahead and send me an inbox message and just let me know. You can put your email or a number where I can reach you, and I will be responding back. Now, I do have one last message from this inner journey message. It said, and this is something that I downloaded because, like I said, there's a karmic community that some of you will be walking away from, and they have been having their own agenda and then planning their own ideas. Okay, so the real ones will be revealed again, and they will be coming together in 2025. Now, one last message is there going to be a fallout, or could have been a fallout over money with someone. Um, Someone has this money and others want it. You know, some of you guys will actually be getting money. It's telling you some of you need to play the lottery, or the sure bet may also come out. Like, you may want to do a parlay sheet for the football season. For some of you guys, y'all will be having gambling luck. This could also be a group or a shared pot, but this is where the misunderstandings can happen. Okay, so be mindful if you go into a group gambling with somebody, like a shared pot on a parlay sheet, or things of that sort. And don't gossip about other group members if you're operating in groups. Okay, so that's all I have on that for that message. And like I said, we just got to grab onto that inner journey, that inner GPS, to be able to recognize a lot of these changes and these splits. Well, to how to go with the split. And I want to talk more about that, but I'm going to wait until it's earlier in the day when my mind is more clear to give this information. Um, and just being mindful of, like I said, choose your battles. Now, I was speaking to, before I went into the channeled message, how some of these chakras are actually being shattered by these forces that are coming against us. Okay, there's people that attack, people that are traumatized and healing, and they add to this. They add to your condition. They add to your trauma, and create trauma bonds rather than being that support. So it's really important that we have our selves intact, and making sure we're doing our healing work before even unifying with others. Okay, and that, especially in an intimate way. But some people don't even realize how they've been affected by a lot of these changes on the planet. How you have shattered chakras, like literally blocked energy centers and shattered energy centers. Some people, that's why the integration is so hard for some people, because there's so much work that needs to be done that's been ignored, or just us not having tools, that just integrating this energy with the light can just be devastating, and really traumatizing to the system. That's why it's important to seek out practitioners you can trust, and people that's adept at energy work, to help you. If you are dealing with that type of trauma, you can also seek therapy, because I'm not here to say that replace your regular therapy, or whatever choice, medical choice, that um, you decide, to go with. I don't speak about medicines and different things like that, because that's not my field. But I deal with the spiritual component and how it can help aid the mental and physical as well as the emotional bodies. Okay. So the crown chakra is, we need to pay attention to like the root, the heart, the crown. Those are the ones that I've seen. All of them need to be attended to, but these are the main ones. Solar, the sacral, all of them, because one out of balance leads to another imbalance. But the root is where it all starts. So we got to get to the root cause of certain issues and things that we're dealing with, challenges, so that we can navigate through this new energy. As the cloak drops, there are going to be things that you can't unsee, and you have a front row seat to this now. So let's see if there's anything else I wanted to look at before I close. um yeah, we just got to continue to look at what's been buried, and that's for the ones that are working on the healing. For others, for other people, you have a long way to go, holding on to this velvet rope, holding on to this past energy. And that's your choice. There's going to be a lot of people still operating on the old system, but the skill part for us that are elevating, the tricky part that requires the skill, is to not allow ourselves to get tied into their storylines, to get bogged down and pulled back into the barrel with those that just want to stay in the barrel, those that don't know any other way, don't want another way, and they are under the spell of the old way of doing things and the old frequency. Allow people to stay in that. And some people just choose by free will, just too stubborn to let go or to see the reality as it is, too comfortable, whatever it takes to begin feeling lighter though, and making space for love, for healing, forgiveness, that will help you and will make an easier transition as we are going through these frequencies for those who recognize. And even those of you who don't recognize, I'm not throwing away people who may be on another frequency or the old frequency, but as you incorporate, even in the 3D, love, forgiveness, communications, cutting off what needs to be cut off, and get into your center, you too will be able to see, new ways, new beginnings, new worlds that are appearing right here. I say worlds because even in our new frequency, we still choose the way we want to experience our reality. Okay, so anyway, there are sensations that are beginning to, you know, sensations that we're feeling innately that are in our bodies that are pushing us to shift and to change. So I'm gonna just end on that note. Keep your eyes on the prize, God's children. And when I speak to God's children, we're I can't choose and pick who God's children are, but to the ones who are here to uplift the earth and the planet and to bring healing and love and light. And also darkness and shadow work as well. We are in his dark existence. Also shining a light in that space. And whatever we're here to do that's purposeful, not about just destruction, unless we're destroying and dismantling what is no longer needed. I mean, that's a whole nother. I don't even want to get into that. All I'm gonna say is stay centered, you guys, and choose your battles, and choose the path of peace. Let love rule right now in this season. In this death season where death is walking so heavy. You know, find a way to balance yourself instead of just going into this energy that throws you off and make you feel worse, or make you do something that you didn't want to do. And it's real what I'm saying. I mean, people are killing their own family members and stuff right now, man. This is serious. Their spouses, their children, themselves. But I'm gonna leave that there, you guys, and I hope that you've gotten something out of tonight's message. And I will be back because now we're going into vacation mode. My mother's childcare is closed, so then I'll have more opportunities while I'm here visiting to go live and give you guys some more messages and some readings too. So Yeah. And I'm going to share a couple of things with you guys too on this clip. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a cleansing for people that maybe want to create lighter energy in the home. We'll go on the outro. But I'm going to go ahead and show a video clip before that. Yeah.
Let me elevate your mind to the G state. I can hold your attention like booty shake. I can make you rise up like fire snake. Talking kundalini fire, let's keep it straight. Hit me first thing in the morning, that's wake and bake. I can make you feel great, frosted flakes. But when it's time to get up, don't hesitate. Time to go and get the money and you're running late. I know this honeycomb make it hard to concentrate. Close your eyes, breathe with me, king, meditate. And let our soul GPS start to navigate. All the bullshit every day we gotta regulate. Every move we make together gotta calculate. We build a house from the dirt to the picket gate. If you got it from me, should've didn't dictate. I'ma listen, be a queen, be a helpmate. Can't nobody separate us, stuck duct tape. I love it so heavy, baby, we be pushing weight. The distance that I would go, man, interstate. Hold me tight and surrender to your interstate. Let our rise take our body to a higher place. I'm a goddess reflecting, you look up in my face. Every time we embrace, I want another taste. Take your time when we fucking, this is not a race. Go slow and deep in and take it to a faster pace. Got my body tied up, is a shoelace. Got the beat back in the drum, but it's a beat bass. Breaking up is conversation, a close case, nigga.
Anyway, yeah, thank y'all for tapping in. That is the goddess tribute to the god. It's it's untitled and I haven't completed it yet, but I just wanted you guys to tap into some of that high frequency hip hop. And once again, you are watching Calligraphy TV, and thank you guys for tapping into the Soul Jet Activation Hour tonight. And I'm going to end with a floor cleansing, very basic. I know there's other ways you can do it, but this is if you want to do a floor wash to raise the negative, to get the negative energy out, raise the frequencies. It feels really good, you know, and this is something that I do a few times a year. So I'm going to leave y'all on that. And until next time, thank you.
Grand Rising family, this is Metaphysical Monday with Cola Soljet. I wanted to share how I prepare a very basic but powerful floor wash I did in my home on yesterday. This is to remove negative spiritual energy and provide protection from unwanted guests. I started with cleaning my bucket out with bleach and water, and then I added more bleach and water for the bottom of the base. I like to do my floor cleansings early in the morning. I think they have better results. This is some fine crystal sea salt that I'm adding to the base. It doesn't have to be anything special, but the salt must be blessed, which I do at the end. Then you choose a favorite floor cologne, which this is Florida water. It's been used in spiritual practices since the 1800s. Though Florida water is the most common, you can also Google other colognes that may fit what you need better. Now we're going to add some cascarilla, or white eggshell, to the mixture. This is for spiritual cleansings, and it does the same thing, remove negative energy and provides protection. You can use a whole one. I chose to use a half of one because I'm making two mixtures. For this particular cleansing, I did use a multi-purpose cleaner. You can use one of your choice. I went with pine as it brings in prosperity. Now take your hand and mix the mixture. You may want to use gloves for this part. Now, fill the bucket up halfway with hot water, only halfway full. Now, this is the most important part, is blessing the water with smoke or fire. You choose an incense like sage, Palo Santo, or any other that is appropriate for the work that you're doing. And then with your left hand, you move your incense in circular motion and you speak to that which you want to remove or release, conditions, energies, and so forth. You can say a prayer, use Psalms or whatever gets you there, but this is to charge and invocate what you'd like to first bring into the water and then release. Okay, so this is a protection mixture. Once you have worked with your left hand, you then move the incense to your right hand. And with this hand, you continue to prayer work and asking God to bless the home and to bring in the energies that you don't mind coming in, those that are welcomed. Call them by name, family members, close friends, pets. The list really shouldn't be that long, as we should be mindful of who we allow into our homes and sacred spaces. So next, you mop every floor in the home that is bare floor. You know, obviously you can't mop over carpet. Then you take the mixture, as you see here, and you baptize your steps or your porch where people enter and exit. and it seals the protection energy. And this mixture does smell wonderful, so it gives it a good scent. So I want you guys to stay woke, be safe, and remember, cleanliness is next to godliness.
You are watching Calligraphy TV with High Priestess Sister Arcola Soljettin. Thank you for everyone who tuned in tonight, and stay tuned for our next broadcasting. Peace, love, light, truth, understanding, and power. Ashe. Oh, and by the way, this production is created by Larry Walker. It was created by Larry Walker. Shout out to Larry Walker on the production for We Got All the Light. And soon I will be bringing the real song for you guys, okay? Peace.